Good, y'all. NBA has been. Demar Derozan has officially responded to Drake. Drake has dissed DeMar DeRozan multiple times ever since DeMar DeRozan decided to, take Kendrick Lamar's side in the beef that happened last year. And I guess he's tired of Drake disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying? Drake felt disrespected that DeMar DeRozan was all up in a Not Like Us video, crip walking and shit like that. So, he's been, coming at DeMar DeRozan crazy, man, which is totally understandable, you know what I'm saying? Because when DeMar DeRozan was playing for the Toronto Raptors and he was dealing with depression and anxiety, Drake was there for the nigga, you know what I'm saying? DeMar DeRozan almost retired from the NBA because he was dealing with anxiety and depression of failing to get to the NBA Finals. And ironically, the year after DeMar DeRozan got traded, right? Because remember, DeMar DeRozan was traded for Kawhi Leonard. The Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship. And DeMar DeRozan hasn't done shit since then, right? He had a lousy tenure with the San Antonio Spurs. Then he went to the Chicago Bulls and, absolutely did nothing to help his team compete for a championship. And now he's on the Sacramento Kings, which will most likely be the last team in his career in the NBA before he ultimately gets forced to retire because nobody's going to sign him, right? So let's get into this article. It says DeMar DeRozan scored more points than any player in Toronto Raptors history. Okay, first of all, stop, right? Just because he scored more points than any player in Raptors history, it doesn't mean that he's the greatest Toronto Raptors player ever. Vince Carter is better than DeMar DeRozan, okay? Tracy McGrady on the Raptors was not better than DeMar DeRozan, but Tracy McGrady, in my opinion, had a better scoring career because DeMar DeRozan isn't a champion. So if we're talking about just scoring, Tracy McGrady is better than DeMar DeRozan. Okay, obviously Kawhi Leonard, even though he was only on that team for a year, he's better than DeMar DeRozan. So him having the most points in Toronto Raptors history, it means absolutely nothing. At the end of the day, he didn't go to the finals and he didn't win a championship. But he passed up another opportunity to diss Drake amid the ongoing fallout from the Canadian rap star's feud with Kendrick Lamar. Well, the reason why he's not dissing Drake is because DeMar DeRozan knows that what he did was fake. What he should have done was he should have completely stayed out of the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. Obviously, he's friends with both of those guys. We know that DeMar DeRozan is from Compton or some part of California. So, you can't really blame him for, rocking with Kendrick. But at the same time, he's close with Drake as well. He should have just stayed out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's staying out of the beef because, like I said, when he was having his issues in Toronto, Drake was there for him. You feel me? When he had to get a therapist and shit for depression, Drake was there for him. You feel me? So, of course, he's not going to diss Drake because he knows that Drake has a good reason to diss him. DeRozan was asked about his feelings towards the Raptors organization and Drake's disrespect as the Kings prepared to play Toronto in their preseason opener Wednesday at Golden One Center in Sacramento. DeRozan said Toronto will always be special to him. That's home, man, DeRozan said. That's where my whole career started. That's where I became the player I am today. So the Raptors organization is definitely always going to have a special place regardless. Now, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now, nothing that can ever replace that feeling I had those 9 years there. So it's always cool to see familiar faces that's still there and going against them. Drake had some choice words for DeRozan last season when the Kings visited the Raptors on a night that held a retirement ceremony to hang Vince Carter's jersey in the rafters. Drake also told Canadian sports network TSN, if you ever put a DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. When asked about Drake remarks, DeRozan said he's going to have a long way to climb to take it down, so tell him good luck. Following Tuesday's practice, DeRozan said Drake's actions that night have sullied his relationship with the Raptors. Have not sullied his relationship with the Raptors or their fans. He said, "No, I don't care," said DeRozan, who scored a franchise record 13,296 points in 675 games, while leading the Raptors to the playoffs 5 times with 4 All-Star appearances in 9 seasons. What I did there, I put my life on the line every single moment I stepped on the court. Nothing or nobody could ever take that away. I don't get caught up in the shenanigans or all the bullcrap that comes with it. At the end of the day, I hoop, I go out there. Every true fan and every person that knows me there knows I represented that place more than anybody that ever came through there. DeRozan made cameo concert and video appearances with Kendrick Lamar, a fellow Compton native, after being mentioned in Not Like Us, a hit diss track that took aim at Drake. DeRozan took the high road when asked about his role in a rap battle last summer in an interview with the Sacramento Bee. He said, "Drake's still my man, none of it changed," DeRozan said. "It's so easy to get overlooked and look at it for what it looks like, but at the end of the day, it's music, entertainment. Two of the biggest rappers in the world went at it from a competitive standpoint, and they battled it out. That's what you want to see as a fan. Kobe Bryant playing Michael Jordan one-on-one and see who wins. See the trash talking, and whoever wins out of that, you're still going to have a debate. So that's all that is." See, that's cap, bro, because what you're doing is, bruh, is you're playing both sides. How you going to say Drake is still your man and act like you still cool with Drake? Bruh, you was in Kendrick Lamar's diss song, Not Like Us, which is at this point one of probably the biggest diss song in the history of rap, besides Tupac's diss track, Hit 'Em Up, right? Not Like Us is probably number 1 or number 2, you feel me? Like, bruh, you was in the video and you was at the concerts crip walking, gang. The nigga Kendrick is on the song calling Drake a pedophile, gang. Like, how could you sit there and say that you cool with both of them and Drake is still your mans? Nah, nigga, if Drake was your mans, you wouldn't have been in the video, you wouldn't have been at the concert. Like, if you like Not Like Us, bruh, you just played it in the car, that's cool, bruh. But the fact that you was in the music video, bruh, at that point, you picked a side, bruh. And you know what they say, once you pick a side, once you switch up and pick a side, stay there. You feel me? I think that shit is fake as fuck how this dude is still trying to act like he didn't do anything wrong, bro. You feel me? Drake has not been so gracious. He tried to intimidate DeRozan last season. Now, that's where I gotta come at Drake. Drake, there's not one player in the NBA that you can intimidate, bruh. Like, in all actuality, Drake, DeMar Derozan will beat your ass in a one-on-one fight, okay? The nigga's from Compton. He's a professional athlete. You're a rapper, you're a singer, you're an artist. Like, stop trying to act tough, bro. You know, it's one thing you could diss DeRozan in songs and shit like that, but when you show up to the basketball game and you sit courtside and you try to act tough and try to stare the nigga down, now you're making yourself look corny, and niggas already think Drake is corny, you know? And another thing, keep that same energy with LeBron James. Why haven't you pulled up to... See, this is how you know Drake is being soft, right? Drake, if you really want to be tough, buy court seat tickets to a Lakers game and sit courtside at the Lakers game and do that to LeBron James and see what happens. That's gangster. You feel me? Go to LA and do that shit, bro, and see what happens, bro. But you know Drake's not going to do that because he knows it's too risky. He's only going to do that at a Toronto game. You feel me? But shit, when the Lakers come to Toronto, sit courtside and do that to LeBron. Don't just do it to DeMar DeRozan. Do it to Russell Westbrook too. If it looks like Russell Westbrook's going to retire, but if a team picks him up and they're desperate, do it to Russell Westbrook too. You feel me? So anyway, he threw a DeRozan jersey off stage in disgust during the February concert in Australia and dissed DeRozan in a leaked snippet from his upcoming album. DeRozan shrugged that off too. He said, "I knew about it a year ago, so it ain't nothing new," DeRozan said. "It's new to everybody, but I already knew." Hey, Drake, you got to check your camp, bro. The fact that DeMar DeRozan said that he already knew that you have a diss song towards him before the song even came out, that means that somebody in your team, somebody in your camp is leaking songs to these dudes over there in Cali, bruh. And that might be a big reason why Kendrick Lamar won the beef so easily, because Kendrick Lamar said it, bruh. Like, somebody in your crew is leaking out your songs and leaking out your ideas, bruh. So you might want to pay attention to your circle, dog. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, it's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out.